What is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Berlin. Hi, how are you doing? This fine Monday we are here to get into the new Trixie Cosmetics Girl Talk collection. Okay, so first of all, before I get into the video, I am actually wearing a lot of Trixie Cosmetics on my eyes today. These colours that I've got on are all from the Trixie X Juno Birch collection. So I've actually got on these purples and a little bit of the white one from this palette, and also a little bit of the flamingo shade just to blend it at the top a little bit. And then I also used a couple of shades from the Katya palette. I used the pink one, this gorgeous bright pink here, and I also used a little bit of Plank, this kind of shimmering purple shade. So that's what I've got all on my eyes today, and underneath my eyes it's all those shades from those palettes. So let's get into the collection. Okay, Trixie Cosmetics new collection, the Girl Talk collection. The palette is gorgeous. First of all, I'm going to say that right off the bat, the palette is gorgeous. Clearly I like Trixie Cosmetics palettes, so you know, the palette again, it looks to be like the same kind of size as the previous palettes. Also, it's $48, which is like the same price as the previous palettes as well. I hope this is going to be available on Beauty Bay, this collection. It should do, because now Beauty Bay does stock Trixie Cosmetics. So, the palette itself, gorgeous rainbow 90s fantasy. Look at me today, I'm all 90s out as well, with my little hair clips and my bubblegum pink heart earrings and stuff. My smiley face t-shirt, I had to get dressed a bit 90s today for this video. Yeah, so you've got the palette, which is a 12 pan palette like these ones. Same kind of size and everything. So $48 for the palette. I love the colour story. I think it's really, really cute. I love the whole 90s revival thing that is going on at the moment. And in Trixie's reveal video, when she showed the caboodle, I was laughing my ass off. Because, girl, I had one of those in the 90s. I had a blue glitter caboodle that I used to put my makeup bits in. No lie. And I also had one of the little personal diaries, one of the little computerized personalized diary things that Trixie was talking about. I had one of those where you could make like your profile, and you could make like your little profile character. It's so nerdy, but you could make your little profile character, so you could style the hair to look like yours, all on this little computerized personal diary thing. This is what we did as children before we had iPhones, okay? Don't bash me. Yes, I'm old, but these little personal diaries were the shit. Anyway, let's get back to this collection. So, aside from the palette, which I think is gorgeous, stunning, you've also got a lip gloss, which is going to be like one of these ones. I've got one down here, one of the Trixie lip glosses. So it comes in the little heart component like all Trixie's other lip glosses. I really love these. I mean, I'm going to put this one on now, actually, while we're sat here. I've got a Jeffree Star lipstick on. The lipstick that I'm wearing is this one. What's it called? Self Control. So that's the lipstick that I'm wearing, but I'm going to put, just so that you can see the shine that you get in one of these Trixie glosses that's got metallic pigments in it. There we go. Look at that. You can see how shiny that is. Even on my busted little phone here, you can see like how shimmering it is. So this one that I've got on is the shade Melodrama, but Trixie's just come out with a new one. It's kind of like a sort of melony, salmony colour, I would say, with gold glitter pigment in it. So looks really cute from the swatches and the component. Really, really cute. The lip gloss, I think retails, I can't remember how much I paid for this one. I think it was something like $16 or maybe $20. I will check, and I'll put the price in the description if I remember. Or you can check Trixie's video for that. Then, aside from the lip gloss and the palette, you've also got a robe, which is a really, really gorgeous, very like Powerpuff Girls style robe. Love that. I love the Powerpuff Girls. In the 90s, I was watching the Powerpuff Girls on Cartoon Network constantly. Clarissa, Powerpuff Girls, Nickelodeon. Oh, yeah, that was my gig. That was my gig. I love the 90s, the whole 90s revival thing now. I love it. I loved it back then. So this collection to me is very, very cute. The robe is going to retail for $55, which, yeah, okay, it is quite expensive. You know, I probably wouldn't go for that myself. As much as I love it, as much as I think it's cute, I would probably go for the palette. There's also 2 sets of lashes in the collection, which, to be honest, both of the sets of lashes look a little bit small for me, but they retail for $10 each, which it's not a bad price. I'm actually wearing the Juno Birch lashes today, so that's on my eyes. These are the little Juno Birch ones, so they're more like fanned out at the ends. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I put these on today and I really like them. I mean, they're not as big as what I would normally use. See if I can show you that. Not as big as what I would normally use if I'm going to do like a drag look. But today I was just going kind of 90s. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to put them on because like in the 90s, I would have done this like a little winged liner with a bit of a lash. You know, that's what I would have done. So I was like, yeah, let's keep with the 90s vibe today. So that is all the Trixie collection. Now, I really love the collection as a whole for the nostalgia. Like, it just takes me back to being like 10 years old in the 90s, loving life, having like 0 responsibilities and just being a kid and having fun. You know, everything was fun in the 90s. You know, we did all of this. Everything was just cool and fun. And, you know, we had like, what do you call it, like Kinderhorse style, and I loved all of that, you know. So the 90s for me was really like massive. So I'm happy that Trixie's finally done like a 90s collection, because I think like with collections like Plant Gay, it's a little bit more kind of like, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, 60s, and then she did the Juno one, which to me is a little bit more 70s. I don't know. So it's nice that she's finally come out with like a 90s collection for people like me who were there and loved the 90s, you know. And what I like about Trixie's makeup is that it is quality makeup in toy packaging, you know. So it's cool, you know, to have something that's for adults but still reminds us of childhood. I love all that. Anyway, I'm going to move on because I did say that in a makeup video I would show you guys comparison swatches of the Jeffree Star wedding palette. Main kind of comparisons that I was seeing was people saying that they thought the wedding palette looked like either the Blood Sugar palette or the cremated palette from Jeffree Star. So the cremated palette, I don't know if you guys remember, was the all black, grey and silver type of palette. So that was how that one looks like. There you go. And then you've got the Blood Sugar palette, which is of course all the reds and like some kind of sort of maroony shades in there. Let's open her up. So that is the Blood Sugar one there. Sorry, mine's messy. She's very loved and used. So people were looking at like these red, like burgundy, maroony shades and this one and saying, oh, you know, the wedding palette looks a lot like Blood Sugar. So let me just hold up the wedding palette here for you so that you can see. Compared to the Blood Sugar palette, there's that one. What I did was I swatched like the pink in this palette. I swatched some of the more maroony shades so that I could actually compare it to the Blood Sugar palette for you. So I'm going to pop the swatches in here for you so that you guys can see if you think it's worth getting the wedding palette if you already have the Blood Sugar palette. Let me just hold the two up together for you as well. There you go. I'm going to pop in some little swatches of the greys I did against some of the greys that it looks similar to in the cremated palette, and also the blacks, because I swatched the black from Conspiracy and the black from Cremated and the black from the wedding palette, so you guys can see and you guys can decide from yourself if there's any kind of difference in the shades. I personally do see differences in the shades, so for me the wedding palette is worth it even if you have the other palettes already, because the shades are different. I'm like, you know, they're different tones. They're not always the most obvious differences, but they are different tones. When I've tried the palette swatched on myself, the shades come up differently. So to me, they're not repeat shades. So just to clear that up for you guys, there are no repeat shades to my knowledge, and I think it is worth the purchase of the wedding palette if you don't already have it, but you're thinking, should I add it to my collection? I've already got blood sugar, I've already got cremated. It's for you guys to decide how to spend your money, of course, but I do think that the wedding palette is worth it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.